Hi, my name is Bleak and I'm here to answer one question that I've always wanted to know. How much does Mr. Beast make? And especially now that he's under scrutiny and attacked and stuff. Now, in this video, I'm not here to defend him or help him or anything. I'm just here to know the facts. However, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to find all this out within 12 hours. It is 8:31 right now. Yeah. So let's check out the supplies. All right, we got 3 waters, a 4-pack of Rockstar Energy, granola to snack on, big paper, laptop, 2 Prime Energy, pistachios, some duct tape, bugles, fun markers, glue not to be huffed, a knife for my pistachios, trail mix, scissors, a bag for my pistachios, and a Sonic mug. Now that you know the supplies, let's change out of this ridiculous outfit. All right, so after only an hour, nailed it, so done with this challenge already. I have determined a lot of interesting facts. So for those of you who don't know, YouTubers make money based off 2 main things, based on how much a viewer watches and how many viewers there are. So here's an example. So if 1,000 different viewers watch the entire 10-minute video, then a YouTuber would get, at most according to the internet, $18 to $20. While if a YouTuber gets 1 million views, however, all viewers only watch for 1 second, then the YouTuber would get $18. So it swings like both ways. Within 28 days or about a month, which is about the time that drama started leaking out about him, he would only make $2 million per month. However, on his YouTube analytics thing, according to his own statistics on his YouTube analytic website, he makes about 808 million views per month. Now let's assume that on average, a child would watch the entire thing, almost pretty much the entire thing, because that's his largest demographic, children. And according to this, the highest one is $18. The highest cost per 1,000 views is $18. So I'm gonna assume $15 per 1,000. Anyways, I'm just going off the internet right now, which is very resourceful. So if he gets 808 million views in the last 28 days and he gets $15 per views, he makes about $12 million per month. However, according to his own website, the most that he can make is $6 million. Now, I feel that I checked the math a couple of times, so I'm going to believe in my own answer, though, and I do believe that Mr.Beast makes about $12 million per month. Boom. Challenge done within an hour. Easy. Ah, shit. I forgot that he has multiple channels. Alright. There's method in my madness, I promise now. I got the right number. After relearning what I needed to do, I realized something. I didn't correctly account for his retention rate. According to a post he made recently, it's 70%. Now, I know it's probably gone down because of the new allocations, everything. However, I believe that some people are watching more thoroughly also because they're first off kids, and kids are stupid. But also, people just do it. He puts in a lot of quality and effort to make sure that you kind of hooked and keep on changing the frames. So therefore, it's 70 seconds, 70%, all right? So using that, I realized from this other guy's video, another person who learned about Mr.Beast or tried to do the math on him, he used a method where he used his own viewer retention. And I don't have it, so I just used his. His name is Ali something. He'll get it soon. And anyways, he said that on average, he gets a 30% retention. However, he makes $1.76 per 1,000 views. So if Mr.Beast has 70 and he has 30, I just need to increase that number and find the percentage change, which is approximately 133% change. So we just have to increase 1.76 by 133%, which is $4.1 per 1,000 views. Therefore, the $808 million that he made views that he made, the views. Now hear me out on this. In total, on his main channel, he has made $3 million, which is right in between his minimum and maximum. That's my estimate. He's made $3 million right now. Then I got to more cracking. I realized he had other channels. I realized there's other things in with him. Therefore, he's actually making more money than we think right now. All right? So he's making more than 3 million. He's making money on these other channels. By doing the math and looking at the calculations, I realized that probably the retention's lower, so I decreased it to 50%. Therefore, he get $2.9 on each of them. So therefore, hear me out. He's making about, for Mr.Beast 2, he's getting $39,000 is my assumption. Then he's getting $247,000 from Mr.Beast Gaming, and I am going to include philanthropy, even though he's saying that he's reusing just all the money. It's going like a fucking recycling bin. He'd get $56,000. I'm going to exclude the charity aspect and just going for pure straight cash he's making. And this makes a lot more sense, because Mr.Beast has 250 employees. If we assume each employee at minimum has to be paid $20 an hour, and they each work, we'll say 40 hours per week, 4 times a week, he has to at least make $800,000. Now with just his backup channels alone, he can almost cover that, but with only a small percentage of his own channel, boom, all his employees paid. And that's how much money Mr.Beast makes. According to my calculations, 3.6 million. And boom, guess what? I did this all in 2 hours. Boom. You see, I could do it. I don't even need the 12 hours. I don't even need the rest of this. I could finish it right now. I win. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Mr.Beast is a marketable plushie now. What the fuck? Alright, he's a marketable plushie. I've seen this before. I remember this now. It's in Target already. It was in Target before this. While he was getting canceled and people attacking him, he decided to release a toy brand. Back to the drawing board. It's a marketable plushie now. Mr.Beast. Plushie? It's not a plushie, it's a Mr. Lab. It's a Mr. Lab. Holy shit. It's more than that. Okay, so right now, it turns out that Mr.Beast has been teaming up with this one thing called Beast. I thought that these things went extinct, but no, of course he teamed up with Beast of all things. Of course he would, because he's Mr.Beast. So now I need to factor in how much he's making. I know for a fact that when I was in Target a couple days ago, I did see this, but I thought it was a scam because of how bootleg some of these look. Like, I did not think this was actually Mr.Beast. I didn't even notice the logo when I was in there a couple weeks ago. Now he's a toy, he's an action figure. He's an action figure, you see? Oh my god. Because I'm pretty sure he released this as soon as she got canceled, Lady Chris Tyson. So, now I need to factor in the Mr.Beast market plushie and know how much he's making off of this. I didn't think it was real. These must be flying off the stocks. How am I gonna factor this shit in? There we go, beasts. It's all beastly connected. It's all connected in the blue string. The marketable blue. It's all freaking connected to Jimmy Donald's. I know he's been selling this within marketable plush. I know he's been selling this within the last 28 months, so I need to factor this in. I don't even know how long this has been out. I haven't even heard about a community post. I'm on any of the forums. That's why I haven't heard about any of the community posts. That makes more sense. All right. Wow, that was 34 whole seconds. All right. Right now I'm trying to get a website tracker in order to calculate how much Mr.Beast has been selling off of Amazon. And I feel like I'm going down the right path. Also, this one's blue color, just like Mr.Beast, which means I should be able to calculate how much Moose Toys is selling at the moment. By doing that, I can calculate how much he's making off his last venture. Okay, I had to let the camera take a little bit of a break, but I did more research and I've restocked right now. And as you can see, all right, so I've made a couple of approximations now. According to my calculations by using the internet, I was able to calculate how much Mattel got, which was easy, because they post their forums online. It's 5.4 billion. Now, I'm gonna assume a lot right here to be real, all right? Mr. Beast Toys for Mattel alone, all right, we're gonna use a hypothetical percentage rate, all right? So if Mattel gets 5.4 billion and their website alone just gets 5.7 million views, whereas Moose gets only 166,000 views, with Mr.Beast's ad, we're gonna assume that this is being generous, they probably share a 2% profit rate, all right? So it's a 2% correlation. I'm gonna assume that views per like website is correlated with how much they sell in total. So that's why I'm gonna say 2%. I'm gonna say 2% based off that rate. They made probably 2%. So 2% of 5.4 billion is still 108 million. So that's throughout the year. Throughout the year, I can assume that Moose at minimum is probably gonna sell at least 100 million at these stores. $100 million worth of it, because it's Mr.Beast and he has 300 million subscribers, and he raised $20 million for freaking trees. He raised $20 million for trees. So I didn't hit a dead end. At first I did because the website tracker didn't work. However, using the correlations I found on a different website tracker, I now know. Now according to my calculations, all right, with a 2% one, it's only 108 million, which is still a lot, all right? And then we're gonna go with a 12-month bid. So I'm being generous here right now. So if it's 12 months, it's only gonna be about 9 million per month. And I'm gonna try and include Amazon and stuff. So I do think 9 million for Mr.Beast is an approximate appropriation right now. Also, there's probably like a set price that Mr.Beast has to go through. Because like there's no way that he advertised Circle tampons for free, all right? So because if it was a flop, he probably had a set price that he was still gonna get paid for. All right, and according to his advertisements that we've seen online, he gets paid at least $500,000. That was from the Squid Game video. Now imagine a crappy company like Circle. They probably paid a lot for him. They paid a lot for him. All right. After that, so I'm gonna use the assumption that throughout the month, because he's not only his ad, so he's probably getting paid for each sale too. So not only did he get a set rate of probably at least $1 million just for signing on, but then he probably had money through. That's why I'm gonna say 5 million for the minimum and 50 million for the maximum. Meanwhile, the in-between would probably be about 9 million, is my approximation for the best guess that I have right now using the current math that I have. I need to let this scam charge me, because I know the secrets. I know. Alright. I recently discovered something, it's called Backpack, and Mr.Beast is doing currently a back to school thing too. So I need to put that on the wall too. There's so much more on the wall now. Alright. There's now more on the wall, by the way. By the way, for reference, it's only 3.5 hours in since I started researching the Mr.Beast look. I see clearly now, Trevor. I see clearly now what you didn't want to know. Alright. So I did the calcs. Calc is short for calculations. And I had to use a calculator for that. Alright. The Mr.Beast apparel. Let's see. Aha! I first assumed that it increased actually from 20%. No, that's incorrect. That was in July, May to July. That's in June. That's talking about June. But then I did the calc again, and I later learned that actually it's down 50%, which means Mr.Beast is on the losing end. He has been affected by this. It makes sense now. It's making sense. I get it. According to Essential Sports, from last year, Mr.Beast made about $2 million off of merch. That was just for him. And I'm gonna just do that calculation because I think I need the total amount. So I'm just gonna use percentage change. And that 50% decrease to what we're normally used to, if assuming what he used to be at was the slope, it was average, so it's gone down. So therefore, I make 3 possibilities. The minimum case, alright, the minimum that he's probably making right now, using the $1 million, if it's 50% down, that means $500,000 per year. But then I divided by 12, which is 8,000. Then I divided the 500,000 by 12, which is a lot. And then I times that by 20% because that's how much I originally set up. I forgot to mention that. Every single thing that Mr.Beast makes, 10 to 20% goes back to him. The minimum will be 10, maximum will be 20. That $500,000 divided by 12 times 20 is $8,333. He's a poor man. He's only getting $8,000 per month from merchandise. That's the worst case scenario though. But in his best case scenario, Mr.Beast is actually making money. He's making money because of Trevor. He's $2 million. So I divided that by 12 and times that by 20% because that's the profit margin, $33,333. Whereas for the average, if he was just making $1 million a year, because I had an effect in the 50% decrease, it'd be $1 million divided that by 12, then times that by 20%. No, I did it by 10, I think. I forget, to be honest. So I got 16,667. That's how much. The current time right now, I am not insane. It is 106. I am. Right, I had to move off of Trevor for now, so I'm moving on to his biggest demographic, probably. It's Feastables. It's Feastables. No one is that subtly happy. No one stocks a store with that many Feastables. That's the biggest demographic, and I'm certain I know this close to breaking it. Alright, to be honest, I don't even know if I'm able to fully calculate the chocolate correctly, because I don't know how it deviates, and I don't have access to the current store's amount. How does Ryan Trahan have this? How does he have this? How does he know the rankings? I don't understand. How does he know where he is in the climb? Why can't I look at the position of the climb? Why can't I see him and both Mr.Beast? It doesn't make sense. I should put Ryan Trahan on the board. I should draw him. I finished my drawing of him. How does he know? How does he know? I think I really captured his likeness. I actually honestly tried on this one. I genuinely tried. I really actually tried on this one. Like, yeah, this one, I feel like I did it not terrible. Okay, maybe it's pretty bad. But how does he know the rankings? Is it because he's the CEO of Joyride? Why don't we know the secrets? I shouldn't have drawn with Sharpie. I realize that now. If I had like color markers, I would have probably done something with the eyes and stuff. In case for those wondering, it is currently 1:48. Huzzah! If those still watching me, you should add me on Fortnite. Alright, we can play some epic games together. Hear me out. I made a guess. I made an accurate position. Calculation, not position. Alright. So, Mr.Beast advertises Feastables in literally every single video that he does. He literally made a short about it recently. Therefore, I think it's stagnated. I think that certain people, you know, of course, stopped eating it or stopped using it. However, other certain people, kids see it. More little kids, they go to it. It is worldwide, I believe. Now, according to the Economic Times, he can make 100 million annually. However, according to multiple other sites, it was projected originally for him to make 500 million. However, in the first year, the retail sales were 250 million. So that means I'm gonna say that 250 was the average, or it was like the in-between, 100 million's the low, and 500 would be the high. And honestly, I think it's stagnated. This was just me trying to make like 3 assumptions right now. I didn't explain the maximum minimum. All right, so right now it's 100 million for the lowest. Lowest million, I calculate 100 million, divide that by 12, and then it's a 10% profit margin. So it'd be about $82,333 per month. Meanwhile, the average, 250 million I mean, per year, divide that by 12, and then I did a profit range of just 15%, or $3,125,000. That doesn't sound right. Anyways, but then the maximum, the one that originally was projected to get, 500 million. Divide that by 12, times that by 20%. The profit margin, gotta remember the profit margin. And that would currently be 8,333,333 per month for 3 repeating. There's still so many questions though left on this board, and that I have Mr.Beast Burger discontinued, but is it still in Australia? This is the map of all the Beast Burgers. It could still be open in Australia. He could be still making money off Australia right now. I have still seen it on sometimes DoorDash, or it just vanishes like a ghost. Mr.Beast item shop. Look at that. He's in Fortnite. There's bundles, there's skins. It's an official Mr.Beast Fortnite map. We don't know. Mr.Beast Philanthropy. Then there's Mr.Beast Philanthropy. I'm not going to calculate that. I'm not going to calculate how much he's got to receive. I think that's unfair because I'm not going to calculate random donations because technically I know that From a short. I know that from a short he did get 250,000 to say happy birthday. Poor kid probably figured it out by now. Daddy, I'm so glad Mr. Beast likes you. Yes, kid. Were you the one who had to pay 250 million? Or 1,000? No. Daddy, that was my college savings. You just went bankrupt. Son, you don't invest in pyramid schemes. Dad, no! And then, yeah, they just blow up and die. Anyways. Beast Burger, Fortnite, Rockstar, Trevor. Where is the school? Who is Mr. Beast? Who is Trevor? Mr. Beast merchandise connects to Trevor. Trevor is the model. Trevor is the model for it. And now Trevor, there's backpacks still for sale, but his viewership is 50% down. So are they selling? Is the sale working? Are more people looking at it actually increasing it? This I don't know. I don't know the actual statistic. Okay, you see, it all begins with Trevor. Trevor's the key. Trevor will lead us to the apparel. Mr. Beast apparel. Mr. Beast apparel. Beast Labs? Where's the lab? We need to go to the chocolate lab. The chocolate lab will lead us to Ryan Trahan, and Mr. Beast will be able to tell us how much money he makes. It's that simple. Trust me on this. Or I could just look at my calculations that I did within the past 5 hours. I think got sidetracked a little, to be honest. I don't know why. I feel like I missed something. Anyways, maybe it was just my sanity. Anyways, in total, this is what I got. Chocolate, I took my best guess. Not very accurate. Merchandise, I believe that it has gone down because of the scandal. Beast Labs, I do think that he got a big paycheck because it's already in a bunch of I know it's already in Target for sure because I thought it was a scam actually when I first saw it. His other channels, he makes still a lot, but he probably uses that to pay for other people. So it's Beast Philanthropy and Mr. Beast 2, which aren't that popular, but it still makes a lot of money. But his main YouTube channel still makes a lot. In total, I believe that if I had to take my best guess, I would guess 15 million a month somehow. Or he makes it, that doesn't mean he earns or uses it, I don't know. My best guess is that he makes 15 million a month, but if I had to guess if I had to guess how much it actually affects him, my best guess would be 7.5 million. And if somehow all this drama surrounding him actually did good for some reason, the maximum according to his statistics, and then according to Forbes and a couple other economic things, would be 30 million this month. Yeah, I think we gave him too much power. We need to take out Trevor, though.
Hi, I just wanted to clarify for my future employees or employers, I guess. Yeah, this is definitely not going to become a career, it's just for fun. But, yeah, I'm not insane. Anyways, yeah.